A winter stillness falls across Europe. Since the major battles of the Germans in Verdun and the French counterattacks into that territory as well, there has not been any major battles worth speaking of in Europe, Africa, and the Middle East. Things have been quite still on all fronts as all the major powers reinforce their positions, position themselves for future attacks, but otherwise a very quiet couple of months. The Italians simply maneuvered to better positions in Piedmont to reinforce that position and potentially launch attacks in the subsequent turn. The Ottomans simply liberated the territory of Transjordan. The British captured Persia. And now the Austrians simply reinforced positions and rushed to the defense of Nice and positioned themselves in Galicia as well. But apart from that, things have been quiet. The Russians launched a naval attack against the German fleet over here off the coast of off the coast of Wilhelmshaven, but without any great luck. They managed to sink the cruiser, but themselves lost their dreadnought in the combat. But apart from that, they just simply repositioned their forces, shored up their defenses, built up defenses, moved units up to positions of weakness, and that is the extent of activity in Europe in this past little while. Welcome all to Axis and Allies 1914. We are playing Operation Schlieffen with Elite Golden and Davvyk, my competitors, who are linked in the description below. We're playing a 1914 game. I'm having a lot of fun. I hope you guys are as well. I particularly enjoy putting in the music and the slideshow in there. I find that quite enjoyable. Let's move on with the German turn. We have 44 bucks to spend. And in that, we're going to do a little bit of a different purchase, one that is somewhat unorthodox, but I like to experiment with different strategies. And that is, we are purchasing 8 infantry, 2 naval transports, 2 artillery, and that is it for our purchases. Now let's get on to the movement phase. So movement phase, we have 2 infantry here in Belgian Congo. 1 infantry is going to come out to Cameroon, and these 2 units are going to march up to Belgian Congo as well, leaving us with 2 infantry and 1 artillery in that territory. Now we look over here. Let's take a look at our naval units. We're going to move this submarine 2 spaces into Sea Zone 10. This battleship is repaired, and it moves to Sea Zone 11 up here. And now for the continental land movements. The German High Command has decided that their attempt in Verdun, although successful in taking out some of their enemy units and a significant portion of them, the balance of forces has remained roughly the same, and that the position here in Lorraine it would be difficult to maintain. So we are withdrawing from that position. 2 artillery are moving from Lorraine to Switzerland. 2 artillery are moving up to Belgium, leaving us with only an infantry holding this position in Lorraine. Hopefully they can cause some damage to the enemy. And that is the bulk of their movements here on the border. 2 infantry are moving down from Holland into Belgium as well. And likewise, we're moving 2 aircraft into this position also into this position. Yes, I believe so. In the comments below, let me know if aircraft are excluded in the idea of if a territory is contested. Normally units cannot move to... anyways, I believe if this is contested here, I believe I can move 2 spaces to a territory over here in the subsequent turn. I'm not limited to just moving to the adjacent one. I need to double check on that one. From Kiel, we're moving 3 infantry down to this position here. And from Hanover, we're moving to this position here at Kiel. Sorry, we're moving 3 infantry to Holland, and we are moving to Kiel. We are moving 6 infantry into Hanover. We are sending in simply 1 infantry to Hanover. We are sending from Berlin to Silesia 4 infantry, and from Silesia to Poland 3 infantry are going up to that position. These 2 fighters, one of them is coming up here to Poland, and one of them is flying to Holland as well to reinforce our positions over there. And that is the bulk of our movements on all our borders over here. Now we go to place unit phase. We're going to place these 2 transports here in Sea Zone 11. We're going to place our infantry stack here, of course, in... Oopsie daisy, that's not good. We're going to place our infantry stack here in Berlin. And our 2 artillery, of course, get placed there as well. So this will pose a unique strategic challenge to our opponents. Let's see how they respond to that. And that leaves us using all of our income, and now we're simply down to the collect income phase. I've pre-counted this because there's no territory that exchanged hands, and we now have 42 bucks to spend on the subsequent turn. Alright everyone, thank you all for participating and watching this. Please leave a comment, like, subscribe, and check out my opponent's channels as well, Davvyk and Elite Golden. Thank you all. Cheers.